Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Cam and Mace.
What's good, boy? What's the deal?
How you like the playoffs?
Loving them.
You loving them?
How about you?
It's all right. I'm waiting for my team to win.
Who's your team?
I'll tell you later.
Exactly. You're not loyal to anybody. You said you're from San Diego. They don't even have a team in San Diego, not a basketball team.
Well, our team is
They don't
coming.
even have a football team at this point either, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But they do have Mikey Williams.
They do.
Yeah.
Guns on
Bang,
deck.
bang.
Well, I'm happy both of you two brought it up because that's exactly what we're going to talk about. So there's a lot going on in the playoffs right now. To start, the Heat beat the Knicks in game 1 and the Knicks beat the Heat in game 2. But mind you, Jimmy Butler was out. What are your thoughts and who do you got winning?
Listen, I want to go with the Knicks.
Yeah.
I do. I really do. I didn't see game 2, but they won.
Yeah.
But Jimmy Butler wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? I think the series solely depends on Jimmy Butler's health.
Was Spike there?
I think Spike been gone.
Yeah. Spike, if they're winning when you're not there, stay home, Spike.
Yeah,
Go back to Brooklyn.
yeah. I mean, listen, I ain't gonna dwell on Spike too long because we kind of got on him last time. But
Yeah.
I think this series solely depends on Jimmy Butler's health. Is not a better player in the series than Jimmy Butler.
You
I
don't
like
think
Jalen Brunson.
it was because Randall came back?
No.
Randall was there.
I like Randall, my man. I fuck with
Yeah.
Randall. I fuck with Brunson. But do you think Randall's better than Jimmy Butler?
No, I'm just saying, but when Randall is there with Brunson, they're unstoppable.
Yo, you always got to take it too fucking far, man. Now they're unstoppable.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm tired of you, man. Yo, what do you mean they unstoppable, bro?
Hey, brother, I was a little tired.
Yeah, all right, listen. I'm going with the Knicks unless playoff Jimmy, not just Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Playoff Jimmy got to come back. Pause.
Okay. And then also on the other side, we got to talk about the Warriors versus Lakers. Is this a Warriors versus Lakers game or a LeBron versus Steph game?
Of course, it's going to be a LeBron versus Steph.
It's definitely. It's always going to be LeBron
This
versus
is LeBron
Steph.
versus Steph.
There's no way to hide that. There's no way to hide that. I don't think if one person doesn't play well, people are not going to make it about that. So why would we hide that?
Who you got the win though, nigga?
It's looking like Golden State is gonna win.
Why are you picking Golden State? You've been on some light skin shit this whole week, my nigga. Whole week, you've been on some light skin shit.
If I don't see Magic Johnson at the game, I don't go Lakers.
What I'd say is this, man. This is going to be a great series.
Yeah.
What LeBron is doing is super duper amazing, especially for his age. Anthony Davis, you've been busting ass, since I told you about yourself, so I'm proud of you. I think that the Lakers winning this series, and that's not even 100% if Anthony Davis is 100% healthy. But even if he is 100% healthy, I don't know, because Klay Thompson has been to 6 straight championships. When Klay Thompson wins in the last 8 years, they go to the championship.
So you don't think it's because, I think Anthony Davis is healthy when they're throwing the ball through him. When they're playing through him, then he stays healthy.
What you mean, when he's the number one option?
Yeah, he's normally healthy when he's the number one option.
I don't know where your logic is coming from tonight. I have no idea where your logic is coming from.
Go back and look at the stats. If we probably was watching the game today, we would see that they're going through Anthony Davis and he's not hurt.
It may come down to experience with coaching as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if Darvin Ham has the experience that Steve Kerr has.
And it seemed that the Lakers play better when the ball is going through Davis's hands first. And he might have that old school mentality, as long as I get the ball, I play defense.
I
come back on the other side.
I just think he's Mr. Glass.
Yeah.
Even when he's not hurt, he's like wincing, like up the court, like holding his hip, or, why did he? And everybody's like, yo, what's wrong with you? Why you always just wincing like you in pain, bro? So.
But you don't remember players being like that? As long as they touch the ball, they play defense?
I agree with that.
And if they don't get the ball, they don't play the same defense?
I remember playing pickup,
Yeah.
And then nigga wouldn't play defense. Niggas be running up and down. And then they get their first back. So everybody get back.
Get
Come
back.
on,
That's
man.
your man.
That's your
Come on. Pick coming through.
But you're right.
That's what I see him doing.
Anthony Davis?
Yeah, like since the ball has been going through his hands, he hasn't been hurt.
You said that like 4 times. I'm going to let it go. But I think that you're making that up. I think LeBron backslapped the shit out Anthony Davis. He talking about, if the offense don't go through me, then I'm just not going to do whatever. That nigga would be playing in motherfucking Alaska fucking with LeBron and Rich Paul. I'm going with Golden State, but I'm not going to be mad if the Lakers win.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I gotta ask.
Same here.
So out of every player in the playoffs, is there a specific player who you think is surprising you, whether it be positively or negatively?
Yeah.
I think Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, because the odds was stacked against him. He was hurt, and everybody was wondering, is he going to come back the same? And that first game performance was one for the ages.
I don't think that's a surprise, Jamal Murray, because he's been hurt the last year and a half, maybe 2 years, going on 2 seasons. He's fresh. His legs are, they should be ready to go, pause. But I just really think as a surprise negatively, and it's a surprise.
Negative surprise?
Yeah, she said positive or
Positive
negative,
or
nigga.
negative,
Tell me
Who's your
about-
negative surprise?
And it's not really a surprise. I'm more pissed off with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. I got 2. I'm sick of these niggas, man. And then listen, Paul George, I see you have a gruesome injury. So for you to even be walking is amazing.
Yeah.
But stop selling the dream that you're gonna be playing in this fucking playoffs and all this shit. Like, no, my nigga, y'all niggas give niggas hype. Oh, Paul George is back, Kawhi back.
Yeah.
You know that Kawhi Leonard in this series, even though they got bumped, averaged 34, close to 35 points in 3 games. Why can't we get that for a full playoff?
Yeah.
I'm sick of that shit. So,
And what make it worse for them is that they both from California.
yeah, and maybe it's
And
just
they're
really,
playing for California doing
maybe
this.
it's just really the Clippers got a jinx on them niggas. Like, it's like
You ready to agree on that? That is a jinx in
what the
the
fuck
Clippers?
you mean agree on it?
Because that's something people have said for the
Oh,
longest.
I thought you meant you said. I'm about to say I never heard you say that shit ever. I'm about to say don't
No,
act like
all
you
the way
Clippers.
back when they had Bo Kimball, they said it was
the
a
Clippers,
curse.
Yeah, it's definitely a curse with the
Yeah.
Clippers. I thought that they would shake it, but it seems like they're not, and it's not going anywhere. I feel bad for the owner, Obama, because he's there every game.
Yeah.
He's cheering. He
put a lot of money into
Put a lot
that
of fucking
place,
money
too.
into that team. He gave people what they wanted. They bought Jerry West aboard.
Yeah.
They got Ty Lue. They got the players that they needed.
And they traded Doc.
Yeah, well, listen to who they had this season. You had John Wall early in the season.
Yeah.
You had Reggie Jackson. You got fucking Gordon that they got from Houston. They traded John Wall back. You got Kawhi Leonard. You got a decent front court. It's just a jinx on that franchise.
What you think can get the jinx off?
I ain't into shaking jinxes. They may need one of them voodoo bitches to get that shit right. You know what I'm saying? You may need a voodoo bitch to come in there and get one of these joints on you niggas, man. I don't have the answer to that shit. But I do feel bad for the owner because that nigga puts up a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's very emotionally involved.
And he thought they was going to win. I know when he first got Kawhi and then he said, we bring in Paul George, we definitely have a shot.
Yeah, listen, when he inherited the team or got the team, they inherited the team. They kicked the old owner out when he got the team.
Yeah.
It was still fucking the Alley-Oop brothers or whatever. Chris Paul and Blake
Lob,
Griffin.
Lob City.
Yeah, Lob. Oh, he like, I got
Lob
Lob
City.
Yeah. That shit went down the drain. Then you get Kawhi and Paul George. You're like, now he got him. Y'all will always be second place in LA, just like the Mets is second place in New York to the Yankees. They're just another team. Sorry.
Wow.
Hey, sheesh. I mean, he is onto something with the Clippers curse, but let us know who you got in the playoffs, and we'll be right back.
One eye, one heart, one love.
Excuse me? After last night's performance, we're gonna do this again?
Not tonight. I don't think so.
And make sure you close the door behind you.
When I take the pussy up, man. When I take the pussy up, man. Run it to the pussy up, man. Run it to the pussy up, man.
I'm Rico fucking strong.
Took that horsepower and told the girl to giddy up.
Baby!
Fast money, Manny, fresh shit, cash money, Moscow mule.
I'm back.
Looking back at her, I'm a crash.
Hell no. Muchacho, levántate. Toma eso, bébetelo.
Right now?
Well, cuña.
Okay.
Well,
Now, right now. Right now.
yeah.
Girl, let me see you walk it off. Oh, let me see you walk it off. Yeah, let me see you walk it off. Go, girl, let me see you walk it off.
Welcome back. Okay, so if you watched the last episode, we had special guest Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
But Dylan Brooks, we got some new information on him. The Memphis Grizzlies informed him that he will not be brought back under any circumstances. What do you have to say about this, and are they making the right choice?
I think Cam jinxed him. You think you jinxed him?
I don't think I jinxed him at all. Be totally honest, you jinxed yourself, Dylan Brooks. You look, my nigga, look, I'm gonna keep it a buck, my nigga. You a good, very good role player. Role players don't talk to superstars out of line. You don't do that. You're a role player talking to not only a superstar, the biggest star that we had in the last 20 years. You don't, yo, he's old. And if he don't give me 40 nothing, I poke Bear's paws. Hey, yo, homie, you did this shit to yourself.
Yeah.
You hanging out with Ja, you want to gritty, you want to do all this shit, my nigga.
He got at least score some baskets.
Look, I'm looking at his average this year. He averaged 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's a good role player.
Yeah.
So listen, Memphis would have loved to bring you back with these numbers. 14, 3, 2 assists. That's decent numbers. You ain't on the dollar, man. You ain't got a single. So they would have brought you back. But you wouldn't shut the fuck up. Then you start trying to do Russell Westbrook shit and dress all fucking crazy coming to the games and shit. You ain't him neither.
That's
you never
crazy.
averaged a triple-double for 3 seasons, nigga. So you think, oh, I got him now. I'm gonna get the wardrobe and get the perm and all this dumbass shit. You did this shit to yourself, and to be totally honest with you, it's fucked up. Because now what this means is that the front office in Memphis is not playing games. They're like, we was gonna let y'all niggas have some fun.
Yeah.
We was gonna let y'all do it. But it's not working.
Yeah.
So let's
When
shake
you get
shit
crazy and you don't win, it don't work.
Exactly.
Because I remember John Starks used to do the same thing, but at least he showed up to the game.
And John Starks, Knicks was a really good team at that particular time. These young boys, listen, and listen, man, I really, because I don't like to keep bringing John Moran up because I fuck with him. I really like him, and a lot of stuff that we said on this show in the previous episodes was in a negative light. And I think that kid got a really bright future. But are you available for the playoffs? This is 2 seasons in a row that you got hurt in the playoffs. So we talk about, he's young. We talk about Chris Paul, and
Chris Paul is not available.
Right, he's not available in the playoffs. We talk about Kawhi and Paul George.
They're not available.
They're not available. Is this going to be a pattern for Ja Morant not being available for the postseason? Because this is 2 seasons in a row.
Back to back.
That you cost your team in the playoffs. And I'm not saying shit for you got hurt, but a bunch of other shit looming around the team. Gun cases, lawsuits, counter lawsuits. All that drags with it.
The distractions to the team, and it broke the continuity of the team. So when they're trying to get in a groove, they really couldn't. And then when they won the game without him, he wasn't there. Then he came back, they lost. And he came back, they won. And it just was like, who do we play? It leaves those kind of decisions for the coach to make. So he definitely got to lock in.
Yeah, but to answer your question is, hell no, I ain't fuck Dylan Brooks shit up. You fucked yourself up. And to keep it a buck, niggas gonna catch you for cheap. Niggas gonna catch you for some old school cheap shit. Like some shit where they gonna be like, where is the lowest that we can get any NBA player?
What team you think should take him?
That's what I was gonna ask,
The team that they'll take, there's a lot of teams that'll pick him up.
Give me your top 2 teams he'll be good at.
Where he'll fit at, pause. To be honest with you, I don't know. That's a great question.
For the cheap, he can go to Phoenix.
Should he go to Golden State for the cheap? Be Draymond a little punching bag in practice. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of places niggas can catch him for cheap.
Yeah.
You got Chicago. You got a young team down there that's doing well. Just got Rookie of the Year in Orlando. It's a lot of teams that
Yeah, I wouldn't bring him to Orlando. He'll mess their chemistry
I was going to ask,
up.
would you rather see him on a more rookie team like Orlando Magic with Paolo Banchero, or would you rather see him on a more with a vet? No?
No. He need to be under some top tier players where he can learn how to play on the championship level. Because if he go down there with that kind of mentality, you put him around a young nucleus, then he could probably be the bad apple in that group.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I just don't know where the fuck you going. It's your fault, my nigga.
Yeah.
You should have shut the fuck up. You poke bears' paws. Now you out of job currently.
But you don't see him going overseas?
I think somebody in the NBA will pick him up before you go overseas. Yo, listen, his numbers ain't bad. It's just, what happened is this. You're a decent role player. You got out of line with a superstar, and you woke a nigga up. Now, if they would have beat the Lakers, I think he would have, Memphis would have woken him back with open arms. But I'm telling you right now, listen, they all hang out in the locker room. You know, Desmond Baines, John Morant, Dylan Brooks, you know, they're a team. So it's looking good. But them niggas upstairs in the office like, yo, break that shit up.
Yeah.
I thought I'm letting them little niggas
It
have
only
some
works
fun.
when you're winning.
Right.
Like we said last a few episodes ago, athletes only like to hang out with rappers when they're doing well, and rappers only like to hang out with athletes when they're winning.
Like I said, the front office is like enough's enough. We let this shit go 2 years in a row. We just re-signed a nigga for 230 mil or whatever John Moran got. Oh, hell no. These niggas fucking dancing around and doing all this dumb shit. Enough's enough because it looks good, like you said, when you're winning. But at the end of the day, what y'all people don't see up there, and Dylan Brooks, you probably don't see it because you just go to practice, these combos behind closed doors with these people who are paying y'all, this affects their bottom line.
Yeah.
And Murder brought that up about, we was talking about football, but it affects your bottom line where you don't go to the next round because there's more games at home. There's more money
games,
for your revenue.
more checks.
Exactly. So you getting bumped in the first round is crazy. Josh said he didn't have a problem with nobody in the West. They gonna run through the West and they think they gonna see Boston.
And they
in the
definitely
East.
didn't plan to be out first round.
Exactly.
They thought after last year, we're definitely going to get another crack at Golden State, and that didn't happen.
Yep.
Okay. Very good points. Well, let us know what you guys think is next for Dylan Brooks. We'll be right back.
When it comes to opportunities, not only do we have to seize for them, we have to prepare for them also. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Here's a good example. Let's just say we meet a fine chick's number, right? We meet her, wine and dine her, take her to a movie, then we take her back to her place or your place, get her in the bedroom for the hot makeup sex. But there's just one little problem. You can't get your dick hard. Or you got it hard for 4 minutes. That's 4 fucking minutes of fucking. 4 fucking minutes of fucking. And when she sees you can't get the dick hard, she's gonna think in her head, you don't find her attractive, and she's gonna leave you for someone else who can meet her desired needs.
Welcome back. Okay, so I know there was a lot of chatter about who would win MVP, but the results are finally in. Joel Embiid was officially named the 2023 Kia MVP. He's the first player to win with the 76ers since Allen Iverson. Did he deserve it?
I think he did.
Bro, you doing like this and go like that. That's a hell of a lot of information. Listen,
I think he did.
I think Joel Embiid deserved the MVP. A lot of people say that he deserved it last year. I didn't think he deserved it last year. The Joker got Denver to a 6 seed without having to play in the play-in, and Jamal Murray didn't play the whole season, and the Joker played all 82 games. So there's a lot of controversy last year about how they jerked Joel Embiid and the Joker should have got it. When you play 82 games in this climate, that means a lot. They just changed the rules on winning MVP and defensive player.
You gotta be
and
60-something games.
You have to play a minimum amount of games to even be nominated for those awards. And I appreciate Adam Silver for doing that because you can't be fucking winning MVP and the scoring title and all that shit playing 38 games. But as far as Joel Embiid, congratulations.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I think the Greek Freak should have got it, me personally, but I'm not mad that you did get it because you've been busting your ass. And one thing I will say this is the last year to trust the process. I'm sick of trusting the fucking process.
Yeah.
You've been there too long saying trust the process. The process better motherfucking happen this year. You got James Harden, you got Tyrese Maxey, you got Tobias Harris been there for I don't know how long. Y'all have been playing together, and you got a veteran Hall of Fame coach in Doc Rivers. Process better fucking pan out this year. I'll tell you that.
This year and this year.
Right.
I think all of the years prior to this, Joel Embiid was in the hunt to win it. So then because he didn't win it those times, I think people were more eager to put him up there this time. If they would have let the Joker win 3 times in a row, that would have really been a problem. Then we would have to be talking about him in the GOAT conversation like DeMarcus Cousins
I was
said.
just about to say that. I seen DeMarcus Cousins say that, but it's DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
Like,
DeMarcus didn't want him to get it because there's another center about to get it 3 times in a row.
DeMarcus Cousins had it at one time.
Yeah.
He didn't want to leave Sacramento. Vlade Divac traded him. He went to New Orleans. Then after that, he started trying to chase rings.
Yeah.
When you start trying to chase rings to the level DeMarcus Cousins tried to chase
And it
rings,
seemed like every team he got on didn't win it.
they didn't win. He don't have a ring.
No, that's what I'm saying. He kept going
it doesn't
place
seem
to
like
place.
it. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Everywhere you tried to go to, no ring came. That it doesn't seem like it is an actual fact that you needed to stay somewhere. You should have stayed in Pelicans and figured out. But you know what happens is people want to have that ring on their resume so bad because they don't want to be sitting at the little table at Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I see on TNT before, shout out to TNT crew and all that.
Yeah.
They did, you know how they do a bunch of funny shit. They walked in the room and had Charles Barkley at the little table while Kenny and Shaq and them is eating at the big table because that lingers throughout your career. We always talk about rings, and I think Charles Barkley is one of the best forwards ever.
Yeah.
Reggie Miller, of course, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, all people that didn't win
all
one.
fucking dope players. So sometimes a ring doesn't matter, but I understand why people want it because you got a nigga like Robert Ory got 7 rings.
Yeah.
Is he better than Charles Barkley?
No, not at all.
Exactly. So sometimes
Not
it
at all.
depends on, it's a team sport.
And they get a bye though. They played in the Jordan era.
Right. That's
And when you played in that era, you wasn't supposed to get no ring.
True.
Okay, good points. Now, on the other end,
Yeah.
you know, everybody's favorite player, we'll say quote unquote favorite player, LeBron James.
Not
This is the first good point. This is the first time in LeBron's NBA career that he didn't receive a vote for MVP. What does that mean to you?
I mean, I think if he not only if he doesn't win this series, it's just the end of that whole championship era, that whole championship vibe, you know, everything that comes along with King, you know. It's time to take the crown off. If Golden State wins. That's what it says
But the
to
whole thing is, what if Golden State doesn't win and he loses to Phoenix or Denver?
You still take the crown off. Because one of these guys that we're talking about are people that should be on that level as well. But it's just a changing of the guards in that time.
So you got him as your best player right now?
Who, LeBron?
Yeah, right now.
No, I got Steph, then I got LeBron.
So why Steph don't got the crown on if you got him better than LeBron right now?
I said he was the light-skinned GOAT. You forgot.
I didn't forget, but how somebody got a crown on if somebody's ahead of them?
Cam. A GOAT and a king is 2 separate things.
What's a GOAT exactly?
The greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah. A king is one who rules in that
so
region.
the GOAT stands for greatest of all time?
To some.
What else could it mean?
I don't know.
Then why would you say that's what I'm trying to say?
I'm saying king, you could be king, but you could be king of that region, you know? So he could still be king. He could be king in Southern California.
So he's not the king in Northern California.
Yeah. That nigga from Harlem, nigga. Yeah, you done Jeremy Trap,
You in a couple segregation
Technically.
Listen, man.
King of Southern Cal.
I like LeBron. I don't think his crown ever came off. Listen.
Yeah, his crown. He still got the crown for what he's doing now.
I think, listen, man. I don't think he's the best player in the NBA. I think he's top 5 or 7. I will say this, he's my number 2 all time. What LeBron is doing at this age is amazing. And I know we fuck around and make jokes and all that shit with Anthony Davis, but all jokes aside, Anthony Davis should be leading this team, and it's a shame that LeBron James at 38 years old is still leading this team. The reason he brought Anthony Davis in is because he's like, okay, cool, you about 6-7 years younger than me. Boom, you could take over. I could play the second fiddle if need be, and we go through you, like you said.
Yeah, that transition is starting to happen, though.
But, Mace, the niggas been on the same team 4 years. They trying to figure it out, man. They got a chip out of it.
They definitely got a chip
out of it. You said it's an asterisk, and it's a half a chip, so I don't know how that
it's a bubble chip.
It's a bubble chip. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But it's fucking crazy that it has to go through LeBron still at this point. And we make jokes and like I said and all that, but that shit really ain't no fucking joke, Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Like, you got a 38-year-old nigga running the team. Yeah, so we make a lot of jokes about Anthony Davis and everything else, but it's a shame that everything goes through LeBron James at this point.
He wants to turn over the team, but he got to show something to make LeBron feel comfortable doing that. LeBron's not just going to pass it over.
LeBron can't pass it over with a nigga that you don't know is going to be there night in and night out. That first year with the Miami Heat with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, it was just a lot of messed up chemistry because everybody's an alpha. Everybody's the first option.
Right.
So Dwayne Wade had to come to LeBron and be like, this is your team. You're the first option. So now LeBron's saying, okay, cool, because I didn't want to come here and step on your toes. This is kind of the same scenario where LeBron is saying, look, take the fucking lead of 38.
And he probably already had the conversation, but if you say take the lead and then he get hurt, you got to take the lead back.
Absolutely. You know, I was watching a game this season, and it was early in the season, right after LeBron's birthday, and LeBron did something, and it looked kind of old or whatever it was. So somebody's in the crowd and said, hey, yo, LeBron, that look kind of old right there, nigga. So I just turned 38, not 28, nigga.
Yeah.
So he knows
So he understands.
He understands.
It's just for Anthony Davis, he has to step forward into the role.
Yep.
Okay, good points. Well, we'll be right back.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it, wanna be free.
Welcome back. Okay, so moving along to football. Lamar Jackson signed the largest NFL contract for $255 million, and he did it all without an agent. What do you think about this move by Lamar?
He's pointing at me because he want to know what I have to say. I think it's a mother's love. I think a mother's love is greater than an agent. That's your best agent to have. So when you say without an agent, I would say a mother is an agent.
Can we go back to what Mace said about Lamar Jackson getting the interview? We'll be back. Let's check out what Mace said about Lamar Jackson needing an agent.
I think he should get an agent. I mean, thinking about it, because it turned into a thing where if he doesn't show up with the right people, he's not getting a deal.
Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Was that you?
I told you, a mother's love.
You said that tonight. You said the boy need an agent.
Yeah, and that's an agent. What do you think a mother is?
The producers know what's going on. All the producers heard you for 4 episodes say that
he needs an agent.
That Lamar Jackson needs an agent. He's the highest paid player ever. Even though the money only 180 million is guaranteed.
Yes.
Highest paid player, no agent.
Conducted by a mother.
Exactly. Michael Jordan's mother did his deal. What you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. I started it by saying a mother is the best agent.
But Michael,
because she got your best interests.
Michael Falk is the agent. It's a mother and an agent. Michael Jordan had his mother and he had Michael Falk. It's the agent. You never said a mother's love till today.
A mother's love was good though.
Yo, let me ask you this, Stat. Does it sound like he's always right?
No, it sound like I'm right. Is your mother now? Wait up, stat.
I don't know how you got in there. He's gonna try to put your mother. What does your mother have to do with this? What does your mother have to do with this?
Does your mother have your best interest at heart?
What does her mother have to do with everything?
Because she have your best interest at heart. Anybody watching this, put the camera on me. There's nobody, absolutely nobody watching me that thinks an agent is excluded from motherhood. Your mother is the biggest agent of yours. Now, if it happened with his buddy or something like that, I could go with Cam, but I can't go with him on this. Your mother's love outweighs the strength of an agent. But back to you.
Yo, can we go to the other episode where they say that Lamar Jackson needs an agent, please? Okay.
For those that do not know, a couple of weeks prior, I was telling Cameron that, you know what, this is a bad idea. And I knew it was a bad idea. Lamar Jackson called himself getting his buddy to be his agent, somebody he had business with. And to make a long story short, I told you this wasn't going to work. You was there for that.
You did.
I told you I'm never wrong. I'm actually never wrong.
That's you again. That's you again.
Yeah. And I stand on it.
What I'm trying to say is,
because a mother overrules an agent. It's like saying you needed police, and the police ain't there, and then you show up with the president.
Yo,
it supersedes the cop.
Shit, we in the bullpen right
now. She's too young to understand.
Yo, listen,
a mother's love outweighs that. Watch when the people hear this on the gram. They're gonna say, "Yo, Mace is actually right."
This is why you rich. This is exactly why you rich. Yo, my nigga. I see how you got it, baby. Because you ain't catching me with that, my nigga. You said the boy needs an agent. I said his mother doing shit. Yeah, that's not an agent, man. More of the story is,
man.
What I will like to say is this. Big shout out to Jalen Hurts,
yes.
Jalen Hurts agent,
yeah.
Female who works at Clutch Sports. And big shout out to you, Mama Love, for getting that Lamar Jackson deal done. Amazing. No agent skills whatsoever. The mother love, of course. And that's why they ain't fold neither. They ain't fold.
Yeah.
They said, we want
she know her son's worth.
Yeah, and you know what else you said?
Yeah.
You said, of course, that Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts should get more than Lamar Jackson because the bottom line that they play more games and that the reason that they're going to get more than Lamar Jackson is because they play more games, but they didn't get more.
They should get more is what I said. That's what you just said I said.
Yeah, because Lamar Jackson deal wasn't done, but it's done now, and you're wrong.
You said they should.
No, I'm saying you said they should.
I know, because they should.
But they didn't.
But they didn't.
Exactly.
But they should.
Should and didn't. Cause you guys ever heard the slogan, shoulda, woulda, coulda?
Yeah.
That's one of those, man. Shout out to Mama Love. We gonna leave it at that from here. If you want to argue about it.
No, I didn't lie. I said they should have.
Do me a favor, bring up the last time when they said that Lamar Jackson needs an agent, please.
Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts is the highest paid player in NFL history with a 5-year contract worth up to $255 million. Next is Aaron Rodgers, then Russell Wilson. Does he deserve it?
Of course he deserves it. Why wouldn't he deserve it? They just went to the chip. They didn't win it, but, you know, he did what he was supposed to do. And he had an agent like Lamar was supposed to have.
This is 3 times that we heard him on 3 different occasions saying that, see, Cam, this is going on too long.
I was saving this missile in my pocket.
Hey,
now,
yo.
Because
we can move on
an agent, the definition of an agent.
What's the definition of agent?
Do you want to go there?
Yes, I do.
Pull it up, Stat.
But no, hold it up. But tell me what's the definition.
I'll let her. Since y'all working together against me, let her pull it up.
Let her pull
First
of all,
Definition of agent.
Hold on, Tab, before you read it.
Yes.
Hold on. Before you read it.
A person who acts. No, go ahead.
I bet you one thing.
I'm always
I won't
right.
bet you any
I'm
amount of
always.
money. And don't say a mother's love. I bet you won't say
pull it
that.
up. Come on,
I
stat.
gotta-
You don't look right being biased.
Define- Oh.
You don't look right being biased.
I'm a medium. Okay.
What does it say?
An agent
A
is a
person
person
who
who
what?
acts on behalf of another person or group. But do you
Is a
want me to
mother not an
define
agent?
Sports agent?
No. Is a mother not an agent? Don't. You're not in it. Is a mother an agent?
I think that's up to the people to decide. It ain't
Okay.
up to me to decide.
Everybody listening to me, a person who acts on behalf of another person or a group. Is that a mother? Does a mother does that? You let us know.
Listen,
is Cam right or is Mace right?
No, listen. So let me ask you this. God bless the dad.
Yes.
Your mom.
Yes.
She didn't want you to get no record deal. She said that boy she's not getting no record deal. Was she Asian? She said, hell no, you ain't getting no damn record deal. What you mean? You trying to rap? No. Was she
Oh, you going there? Okay.
Was she
She did act on our agent because she kept us from not getting a deal.
This is true.
She said, "Oh no, you're not getting a deal."
That's a fact, but she didn't want you to rap. And look how successful you became. My grandmother ain't want me to rap.
Yeah, but she acted on behalf of a person or a group.
This is a fact. This is technically, according to the definition, you're right. But the agent also gets out and gets the money. So let me ask you this. That's more like a defense attorney system. The agent supposed to go get you the fucking money. That's why you hire an agent. Period. Yeah, me and Mace mom, my grandmom did not want this fucking rap.
They said, nah.
They said, nah.
That was
bro.
crazy. I remember that. They said, yo, we not going to get signed. Your mother don't agree.
Yeah, my grandmother.
She ain't going to agree.
And neither did my grandmother, man.
Yo, that's crazy.
God, R.I.P., man. I'm glad we made it, though, man.
Yeah, that's a very funny story. Okay, so also on the topic of football, we got to touch on Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
So 4-time MVP Aaron Rodgers is headed from the Packers to the Jets in a blockbuster trade. So the Jets get Aaron Rodgers, the number 15 pick, and the number 170 pick. And the Packers got the number 13 pick, number 42, number 207, and then 2024 second round pick. Do you think that was a good trade? And do you think that they gave up too much?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna act like I'm the biggest knowledgeable person when it comes to the picks in the draft.
Yeah.
But I know that shit is important.
It is.
Because they be going on for days and they be like, yo, they caught him for cheap in the fourth round. I'm like, yo, why is this shit going on 2 weeks? The fucking draft is 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? I'm exaggerating, of course. But what I will say is this, that the Jets had the number 4 ranked defense in football last year. So they're there already.
Yeah.
And the conversation on defense.
So it's really not too much.
Yeah, but if you get Aaron Rodgers and you keep the same defense,
Yeah.
then that's all they saying that the Jets needed because they kept flip-flopping quarterbacks last year. You got a stable Hall of Fame, definitely quarterback there. They should make some noise. As far as giving up too much, I'm not going to say act like I have the knowledge to know if they gave up too much. But for the Jets, you have not won since 1969, and that's before the Knicks won. So we have not been allowed to see the Jets win a Super Bowl. So giving up whatever they had to give up to get Aaron Rodgers to potentially at least get in the playoffs, I think that was good. What I will say is this, Aaron Rodgers, you gotta be careful, boy, because you coming into the AFC, and the AFC quarterback game is crazy. You got Josh Allen, you got Patrick Mahomes, you got motherfucking Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
The AFC is loaded with quarterbacks. I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers is not top tier. You know, the year before last and the year before that, he's a back-to-back MVP in his late 30s.
And what do you think about everybody that comes to New York? Are they able to handle the media of New York?
That's a good point as well.
Playing bad in Milwaukee is totally different than playing bad with the New York Post and Daily News.
That's a fact, but he doesn't play in Milwaukee. Shout out to Green Bay. I wouldn't confuse y'all with Milwaukee like that, you know what I'm saying?
Wisconsin.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Mason's not wrong. He's 100% right.
Yeah.
Playing in New York with the media is some tough-ass shit.
It's totally different.
But, you know, and what I will say is this. Aaron Rodgers has been out. I see him at the Knicks game. He's been doing some moves. Eli Manning played his whole career with the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't see Eli one time, not in Jersey, not at a gas station, not a game, not a club.
Because New York don't care.
Yeah, they don't.
No matter how much they love him being there at the Jets, the first time he doesn't play well, they'll switch up.
They on him. They gonna be on him. I agree with that 100%.
Well, that's interesting. I'm excited to see how he's going to play with the Jets. I think that dynamic is going to be very interesting to see.
Do you think they win?
The Jets, no, hell no. What I will say is this: if they get in the playoffs, that's a plus. What I will say is this, man. Aaron Rodgers, I'm very disappointed on how you handled and left Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because what I will say is it's a two-way street. They never got him a good receiver the whole time he was there. Never drafted a receiver. You're going to draft another quarterback the year he wins MVP. I don't think that was right. But he did to Love what Brett Favre did to him. When Brett Favre did, I ain't got to teach him. That ain't my job. He's a backup, this, that, and the third. And that's the same way that Aaron Rodgers handled the situation in Green Bay with the backup quarterback. Was it a problem with the general manager, the owner, whoever?
Yeah.
Probably. Aaron Rodgers got a problem with everybody. He didn't even like when they hired the coach over there. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, I got more experience than this coach.
Yeah.
Aaron, you can't coach the team and quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So I just think he's a little grumpy. He's nice enough to be grumpy sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm going to let him slide, but I just didn't think it was cool how he left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I definitely agree. And I mean, now that Aaron Rodgers is with the Jets, he does have younger wide receivers to play with. For example, Garrett Wilson, who he is comparing to Devontae Adams. So that'll be an interesting matchup. Maybe that's the duo that they needed. But we'll see what happens for the team. With that, we'll be right back.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I here? This woman wanna be free. Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, and it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't about you.
Welcome back. Okay, so we're going to talk about potential trade options. So an NBA executive said there could be a potential Damian Lillard trade to the Miami Heat. Would Damian Lillard be a good fit for the Miami Heat? And is it time for the Heat to give up Tyler Hero?
No to both.
No.
I don't think it's time to give up Tyler Hero because he's the future of that team. Also, when it comes to Damian Lillard, I don't think it'll change anything. What do you think?
I think it'll change something. I think Tyler Hero is really good, though. It's a lot to give up, and he's a young player, so I'm not disagreeing with Mace with that. But I will disagree with Mace when he's saying that it doesn't change anything. You got Jimmy Butler going crazy without Tyler Hero right now. Tyler Hero's hurt.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler's looking good in the second round. You beat the Greek Freak, and Tyler Hero's already not playing. So imagine you add Damian Lillard to that fold. Will they win it? I don't know. But if they're going to change something, you're damn right it's going to change something.
Yeah, I mean, change for the better. I don't think it changed anything for the better, and this is why. When it comes to Damian Lillard, he's a guy that needs the ball. Neither one of them really plays without the ball. Jimmy Butler is not a beast without the ball. So if you put the ball predominantly in Damian Lillard's hand, then you're going to see a whole different Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler don't bring the ball up and all that other shit. Jimmy Butler, he can bring it up. I'm not saying
I know, but he's not going to get as many shots. He's definitely not going to get as many shots.
I don't think he wants as many shots. I think he wants to win. I think if you ask Jimmy Butler, I think Jimmy Butler going to say, come over here. And sometimes it's just going to be a sacrifice between the other two. Will they win in the East? That's a good question.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because when you put two powerful guards together without a strong front court presence, they still don't equal anything but what they already got.
They got a decent center. Bam ain't bad. Bam is all right. He's pretty decent. What he ain't? What you trying to say? Bam ain't shit. What's your face is
Now,
that?
Bam is very young too. So.
Yeah, what you
No, I
talking
mean when it comes down to championship potential, we're not talking about just good. He says they're gonna change anything. So if they're already right there and you switch up everything just to get right there, then it didn't change anything.
So let me ask you this. So talking about the team dynamics, since you said they're right there.
They're right there.
Is there anybody that you would add or delete? Because I mean, obviously he has like
If they had Embiid, it would be a change. Because you will have something that could put them over the hump.
How convenient just to use the MVP of the league. You'll make a fucking change, Murder.
Joker.
Like, how another MVP. Like,
all right.
God,
well, that's what I mean. It'll make Dylan Brooks. That's what I mean. Make it different. All you're doing is like if you got $10 and you swap it out for two $5 bills, you still got $10.
So you're saying that Tyler Hero and Damian Lillard is two $5 bills?
No, I'm saying the way it downsizes him as a shot potential, it just evens out.
So
I don't know what you're talking about. Did you understand
I mean,
yeah, that's why I'm trying to get a little bit of clarification.
Ask the question. Here it goes. Right. If you're scoring 40 points and now you bring somebody in who y'all gonna have to share the ball, now you're just gonna get 20 and he's gonna get 20. You still have 40 points. It didn't change anything.
Just for clarification, and hypothetically speaking, if we could push players and keep players, if you had to get rid of like a Gabe Vincent, a Bam, or like anybody on the Heat team, would you bring, like if you were trading Damian Lillard, who would you let go?
No, that's what question.
Because like, do you feel like it's all on Jimmy Butler? Do you feel like he has enough help, or
no?
And
if
you wanted to give him more help, who would it be? Help. You know,
they could take. I may just disagree. We just disagree. Mm-hmm. You could take Tyler Hero as and send him to Portland. Yeah. If I'm on Miami,
right?
You know, you're not going. And get well, man. Victor Oladipo, man. I hope you get better because it seems like his career is going to be over after this. He's been hurt year after year, so I hope he recover. You recover. You're a good singer, nigga. Go put that singing. You got the album. I listen to your album. Go try that singing shit you be doing, my nigga. But I just think that first of all, I don't know Miami's attendance in the NBA, but that's definitely gonna put more asses in the seat. Pause.
Yeah.
And when you get it is.
Yeah. Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard's gonna put asses in the seat. Pause. And that's what matters according to Mace. It's the bottom line.
Yeah, I'm a bottom line guy.
Yeah. Okay. So I think. Let me ask you this. Let's put it like this. Let's run through it real quick. Pause. You got Damian Lillard, Bam, and Jimmy Butler, right? We'll just say those are the primary. Do you put them above Cleveland?
That's a good one. Yeah.
Do you put them above Atlanta?
Yes.
You put them above the Knicks?
No.
Do you put them above? So if you don't put them above the Knicks, you don't put them above Boston, Philly, or Milwaukee?
No.
I already seen Jimmy Butler just beat Milwaukee without Hero or Damian Lillard. Yeah. So. That's a great question because Milwaukee was the number one seed. I'm not saying that the Greek Freak was 100%, but nobody's 100% right now. And Jimmy Butler just beat them without any help.
Yeah.
It took him 56 points to do it, but I'm pretty sure back to Murder's math that Jimmy Butler would be just fine with 36 and Lillard with 20, whatever it takes. But I just
I'm saying on that equation because it's not just the offensive side. On the defensive side, they would give up more points. So even though they would have the same offense points, they would do worse on the defensive side.
You know why? Because Tyler Hero's a defensive specialist.
No, I'm talking about length. I'm talking about length and wingspan.
Who you giving? Because of Tyler Hero?
I'm talking about on the perimeter. If you look at teams that do well and win the championships, they normally have great perimeter defense. So if you don't have great perimeter defense,
I'm asking because we're talking.
I'm saying he adds defense to that team.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying
Damian Lillard is just explosive on the offense side.
But Tyler Hero's a good defensive player. I'm not saying he isn't.
He's cool, but
I'm not debating. I'm asking the question.
Yeah, I'm saying if you switch off and it's like Trae Young and then it's Damian Lillard on you, or you switch Trae Young off and it's Tyler Hero on him. He's not going to get that 3 off on Tyler Hero.
Who you rather have, Trae Young or
Damian
Tyler
Lillard
Hero?
is definitely better.
Who would you rather have, Trey Young or Tyler Hero?
I would prefer to have Tyler Hero.
I'm mad at that answer.
And I think there's so many other pieces on Miami they can move before they move Tyler Hero.
Like Max Strus, people keep talking about
See,
him
the
a lot.
problem about that is that Portland has to put asses in the seat. Pause.
Yeah.
And with those names that you guys are talking about, that's not necessarily going to put asses in the seat. Tyler Hero, good old American white boy, middle of Portland. They gonna come see him play, man. They gonna come see the kid play, bro.
That's funny. I'm like, it's Tyler Hero the Caitlin Clark? But not the same.
If I was Pat Riley, I'd give up Bam.
I'd take Caitlin Clark over Tyler Hero.
Like,
Yeah,
Tyler
I'd give
Hero.
up Bam and a few other people
Okay.
for a few Damian Lillard and somebody else.
Okay, interesting. And also, it's funny that you guys brought up Trae Young because Trae Young is also being talked about in trade discussions. Why do you think his name is being brought up, and do you think it would be time for him to leave ATL?
I think that he'll get one more year with a new coach and another shot. If it doesn't produce to get to at least the second round of the conference championship, I think that they'll revisit it. Depending on how they start again next year, I don't think that's going to happen in the summertime. He had a brand new coach. Got 2 coaches fired since he's been there. So now this is why these trade talks are going on. Like, look, we done got 2 coaches fired, a new coach is here. Let's see how this gels out. And if it doesn't pan out, let's see what happens after that. I don't think they're going to trade him over the summer. I'm not saying I know anything. I have no fucking idea. Anything can happen. But it doesn't make sense. You already got rid of 2 coaches. You got a brand new coach, Quinn Snyder. Let's see how this works out. And then if not, then we revisit it next year. But I don't think they're going to do it this soon with a brand new coach.
Right. Okay, makes sense. So we're going to switch it up to football. So Antonio Brown has agreed to a deal with the Baltimore Ravens, but the Ravens didn't agree. So Antonio Brown announced that he was joining the Ravens 2023.
Hey, put that shit on. I put that shit on.
Yo.
What up, AB? We got that horsepower for you too whenever you need it, baby. AB took that horsepower. I put that shit on. Listen, man. He said, no, because I ain't laughing at AB, my man. I got time for AB in the street. Yo, so he's going around saying he signed with the Ravens. Why?
I couldn't tell you.
That's the question. The question is, why is he saying that? Because, listen, only thing I can do is...
He's speaking it to the universe.
I was about to say that. Only thing I can do is speculate is that he's either speaking it into the universe or he'd be like, I'm on Baltimore, nigga. How can we lose? I'm going to a team where we can't lose, but nobody called them. Because now he announced.
So he put himself on the team.
He put himself on the team. Love you, AB, man. I put that shit on, and I got
I
that
don't even know what to say to that.
It's like, how do you
Put yourself on the
And the
team.
team didn't agree. So what?
Yo,
But do you think if he shows up, and say, you know what, I want to play, nobody's going to tell him leave the arena?
I think he won't get in.
You think he won't get in?
Antonio Brown before for sure, but now
If he called Lamar
like-
and talk to Lamar and say, Lamar, I want to play, I'm serious.
Now you gonna give Lamar all these props. He can't even get a damn contract last week. Now Lamar call Lamar and make shit happen. Lamar just got himself together.
yeah, he said he's good.
Yeah.
So you got Lamar Jackson and OBJ.
Yeah.
Antonio like, oh, if I was on the other side.
Be crazy.
That'd be tough.
Be crazy.
That would be
Y'all signed
tough.
with the Ravens. I'm with the Ravens, y'all. Fuck that. And I think that's his thought process. I ain't mad at you, my nigga. Go get your check with the Ravens, nigga. Now if he be outside
That
that
would be
stadium,
crazy.
No, that would be
That would be
that'd
crazy.
fire.
To
That'd be
think
fire.
about it, it would be crazy.
that's what he trying to tell you. You like, that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
He doing fantasy football with himself in it.
That's a fact.
If he said, I'm on this team.
Yeah, I'm on this team. We gonna go crazy.
That's funny, and it would. Well, let us know what you all think. Thanks for tuning into this episode. Stay tuned for the next.